Hi, folks. Now listen, it's 11:42 p.m. That is 2300 hours and 42 minutes Pacific Standard Time, Sunday, December 8th, 2013. Now, I was talking about the South in my last video, and for people who have money to burn, or people who have a little bit of money to take a nice vacation every once in a while, let's say you're my age, which is well in the middle age. Now, I know I look young because I never smoked and I never drank too much. But what was I going to say now? Oh, yeah, something to do. You want an idea to do on your next vacation? Wait until the coldest part of the year. Now, I mean on average, where y'all is. Now, I'm talking people who are in the north, the Yankees, or the northern part of the South, like Virginia, and where it can get cold at times. Here's something you do. Start out, drive up to I-95 until you hit snow. Drive north on Interstate 95 till you hit snow and ice. Then start heading back down south and keep on driving. And because this is interesting, and you don't really have to go north, but try to start like north at least, where the daytime high temperature in the winter is no greater than 45. And once you get to northern Florida, let's say, well, I'll tell you what I did. We were having a cold snap in Newport News, Virginia, and it got down to 19 degrees Fahrenheit one night. I don't know what that is, communist. I guess it's minus 7 or -8 or something. I don't know. I don't like using the communist scale. But anyways, in American, it was 19 degrees Fahrenheit. And I said, dang it, I'm going to hop into my 1963 Chevrolet Bel Air station wagon with my German Shepherd, and I'm going to drive down Florida way until I warm my frozen bones. So it was cold in Virginia, of course, and it was cold in Carolina, and I got to North Carolina, I got to South Carolina, and the temperature almost hit 50. By the time I hit Florida, in Jacksonville, it was still only 43 degrees, but get this is where it got interesting. 43 degrees Fahrenheit in Jacksonville. Now that's cold, but I noticed every hour, and I timed it with my digital watch, every hour, and I was driving at 65 miles an hour. Every hour, the temperature went up about 10 degrees. So we got down to, say, the latitude of Cape Canaveral, temperature was about 53. Then we got another 100 miles south, the temperature was 63. And by the time we got to Miami, it was 78. And by the time I got to Key West, the temperature was in the 80s. And I seen them Key West palm trees, and I tell you, if it wasn't for that cat house, Winston Hemingway, what's his name? Winston Hemingway, that writer? Something Hemingway. Anyways, there's a big old house that he owns, and it's got 1 million cats in it, and it smells like cat shit. And if it wasn't for that cat house, I believe I would have stayed in old Key West. But, yeah, it was nice in Florida. I love Southern Florida. Of course, Central and North Florida is nice too. But I've always wanted to get over to Naples and Fort Knox, Tampa, and St. Petersburg. I ain't got over there yet. Does anybody know if St. Petersburg, Florida was named after St. Petersburg, Russia? Speaking of which, I'm glad after they throwed the communists out of Russia back in 1991, I'm glad the people chose to go back to the historic name of St. Petersburg. So anyways, what I'm personally going to be doing next summer, I hope to, I want to plan an itinerary using my beloved internet, because I want to explore the origins of the Southern U.S. dialect. And we know the first settlers came from, well, actually, the first ones didn't go to Virginia. Well, yeah, it was called Virginia at the time. Well, everybody knows about the Lost Colony, and which is now in North Carolina. But at the time, I believe it was called Virginia. It was all called Virginia. But anyhow, the first permanent English, the oldest permanent English-speaking settlement in the present-day United States is in Jamestown, Virginia. And so most of them people came from southern England, and I don't know too much about it, but I'm going to research it. We know that the very first Virginians were descended, in the Tidewater area was descended from English around, I think it was East Anglia, what they call Norfolk. Now, in merry old England, Norfolk ain't a city. Unlike in Virginia, Norfolk's a city. But Norfolk is a county in a part of the country called East Anglia. No, but it's real interesting, because when you look at a map of Virginia, you see a lot of names that are from derived from Indian origin, like Chesapeake, but a whole bunch are virtually identical to merry old England, like Surrey and Isle of Wight. And the only thing is that Surrey County, they spell it different in Virginia than they do. They have an E in it in the original Surrey in England. But I know it's real interesting. And so that's what I'm going to be doing next summer. Hopefully, if the Lord be willing, I want to find out where the very first Southerners come from. And then I'm also interested in the ethnic group known as the Pennsylvania Dutch. And them old boys originated in the southwestern portion of the German language speaking area, which includes Switzerland. So I'm going to be visiting all through there, and a part of France, northeastern France, that used to be part of Germany until a few hundred years ago, where they still speak a German dialect that's pretty closely related to Pennsylvania Dutch. By the way, it's called Alsace or Alsace. And if you look at a map of Alsace, you will see most of the names of towns and cities are actually German, except spelt in a French spelling. So it's kind of interesting. I'm also told that the only part of France where they eat sauerkraut is Alsace. So you know they're Germans. But anyhow, also I'm told that some of the best sauerkraut made in all of Germany, or the sauerkraut made in Alsace, Alsace is the name in German, Elsass. But their sauerkraut rivals the very best sauerkraut prepared anywhere else in Germany, even in Bavaria. So I'm looking forward to that too. And also, hopefully, I'm going to be permitted to attend the famous Munich Oktoberfest. And I want you all to know something about the Oktoberfest in Munich, if you ever plan on going there. It starts in the middle of September. So, and it ends around by October 6th or 7th. So if you get there after October 6th or 7th, you're going to be surprised the Oktoberfest is already come and gone. By the way, the locals refer to Oktoberfest in Munich as Die Wiesen. The Wiesen, which means like meadow. I don't know why they call it that, but everybody in Germany knows that Die Wiesen means the Oktoberfest in Munich, the original one. You know, oh, 10 minutes. Talk to you later.